This is something not a lot of artists think about when it comes to marketing strategies. It's not necessarily always about the content that you put out or the stories that you post or the paid ads that you do. Sometimes it's just about reaching out. Marketing works in two different ways. What comes in, what goes out. And when you have a two-way street with relationship building as your marketing strategy, you are always going to succeed. So I'm currently on my Force of Focus page, not my tattoo page. But one thing that works on both, either way, is every time someone comes in and follows my page, I will just personally send them a video message like, yo, what's going on? Just wanted to personally reach out and thank you for the follow on the Force of Focus page. Now, I always want to know, what is it that brought you our direction? Was there something that spoke to you or something that stood out? Where is it that you're at in your career? And how is it that we can help you get to the next goal line so that you can start to really build a bigger, better business that you had always dreamed of? Let us know. And when I do this, it opens up that line of communication. Now, will everybody respond? No. But if you do it from a sense of gratitude and a sense of curiosity without the urgency of upsell or the urgency of pressing them to start talking about the product you hope to push, then you're opening up a pathway to relationship building. And the one thing that is lacking the most right now is trust. When someone sees you physically on their phone or on their computer when you send them a message, you're opening up a line of trust. Most people will just send a DM or they'll just have some automated message or you'll just go like a pic. You know what I mean? But there's no humanization to that. And in tattooing or in the creative space right now, we can't hide behind our art or our creativity forever. Eventually, especially with the way things are now, we need to humanize our process. We need to become an active member of the building blocks of our business growth and in the way that we interact with our clientele, whether that's current or potential. So with your marketing strategy, it has to be based around buyer psychology. You have to understand the person who's coming to your page. So yes, you're going to have to judge a book by its cover, but that doesn't stop you from at least starting or stemming the conversation right from the get-go, because no one else is fucking doing it. Everyone has these crazy expectations that they came to my page because I'm sick. You know what I mean? So you leave it there. You wait for them to come ask you to dance instead of you being the person who's just getting out there, getting the conversation started and figuring out, how is it that we can work together? How is it that we can align? What is it that I do that stood out to you? Or what questions might you have to figure out where I come from as an artist, as a creator, and as a producer? This is big business. Tattooing is never going to be the same it was. There's way too many options out there for clients to just walk into your door by like happenstance, so to speak. They don't know what they don't know. So can you lead them to know more, to make a better choice? Now, I'm not talking to mom's kitchen magicians here. You're never going to have people beating down your door when you're tattooing out of your fucking apartment or when you're tattooing at mom's house. It's not going to happen. So I don't know. There's other pages for that shit. But if you are a middle ground artist feeling stuck, not wanting to fall any further down, but not wanting to get stuck where you are currently, you truly want to be able to start to climb, you're going to need to know these systems, these strategies, and how to build relationships. You're going to need to know your brand and your marketing strategy. You're going to need to analyze what it is no one else is doing and start to implement that stuff. Because we are currently in an era where people are unplugging from social media at an all-time high, at least buyers. But that doesn't mean they're not building trust and doing their research. It just means that they're sick of always being sold, everything feeling like a commercial. When everything is a sponsored ad, everything is trying to dupe you. So be the person who comes in with gratitude, curiosity, and the intent to build trust before trying to sell a product. If you want long-term success, you need to be willing to play the long game. And the long game is not hard to play. It just doesn't provide you with immediate gratification. But if you can do it for a long enough duration of time, it's going to perform better than it ever would if you only did a bunch of little tiny things to get you over a bunch of little tiny humps. You have to learn how to climb the mountain. And when you start to market, and you start to humanize yourself, and you have a brand that's represented in the community because of the relationships that you had built, you are going to set yourself up for success long term. That's what all of this is about. Now, this is going to be a really short video because the only thing I want you to acknowledge is the fact if somebody gives you the time and the attention to come and follow your page, maybe like a pic, maybe comment even, give them that same respect. Doing marketing is not just posting an ad, posting content, doing the things. Marketing is buyer psychology. Marketing is relationship building. And it makes the sales process that much easier because sales is truly just providing as much value as possible. So if you do all the legwork through the process and you're already building trust from the minute it starts, then everything else is just seamless. It becomes a whole hell of a lot easier. You know, you might not get only all of the good clients coming to you, but you can get people to a position to where they're willing to invest more to work with the right ones because we're in a buyer's market. If you give that potential buyer your time, your attention, your value, they are going to feel a better connection to you. So they're going to feel a lot more comfortable with working with you and giving you the trust that you want to be creatively free in the product that you produce. Business is business now, and tattooing is no different. The only difference is the product that you produce in your business is a lot more emotionally based. There's a feeling attached to it. It's permanent, for fuck's sake. So give people what it is they're looking for. Give them the feelings. Give them the emotions. Because people are emotional buyers. People buy based on a feeling and an experience. They also get a product. Keep that in mind when you're navigating your DMs or navigating how you're networking. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's just change. And change is mandatory when it comes to growth. And if the tattoo industry is moving this fast, you better start growing now because otherwise you're going to get left behind. You are going to fall out the ass end of this whole thing faster than you would like. So start doing the stuff, start doing the things. I've got a lot of different videos on here that give you different ideas, different tips, different things that can set you up for success. But there aren't tricks and hacks. There's just systems, implication, and accountability. Implementation and accountability. Sorry, I just do these things straightforward. No edits, no bullshit. This is all just raw because I know it. This is my life. This is my heart. This is my business. This is my fucking industry. I'm not going to do the edits and the cuts and the clips and the dumb shit. I'm not going to go back and edit what it is that I may have missaid because I love it. I think it's currently like 5 a.m. I woke up to record this shit because it matters. It should to you too. If you have any questions, comment. If you like this stuff, subscribe. If you want to come in and work with us so that we can help you with your accountability, with your consistency to be able to guide you through your scaling journey, there's going to be a link in the description below for our Skool community. We keep it super inexpensive so that everyone has access to being able to win. We're not going to price you out. We're going to bring you in. So let us know if you have any questions. Like, comment, subscribe. Come join our Skool community. Let's fucking kill it this year.